Welcome back for the finale of What If Ahsoka Killed General Grievous. Thank you to everyone who has watched the other parts of this What If. If you haven't seen either of those, the links will be in the description below. Yoda and Obi-Wan landed smoothly on the red sands, and the gusts of wind failed to distract the ominous presence of the Sith. Yoda led Obi-Wan into the Valley of the Dark Lords when they were stopped in their tracks. They were plagued with visions of the dark side taking over the Jedi, and they struggled to take steps through the valley. Yoda is the first to battle through the visions, and sees Obi-Wan struggling to stave off the dark side. Carrying the Jedi Master with the Force, he sees the still body of Anakin next to the tomb of Darth Bane. The comlink on Anakin's wrist is flashing, and Yoda switches it on, revealing the horrible voice of Darth Sidious. The Sith Lord had snared Yoda and Obi-Wan, and now the Jedi Temple was vulnerable. Yoda quickly carried Anakin with the help of the awakened Obi-Wan, and rushed back to their ship. Obi-Wan then transmits a message to his cruiser, and Cody and Rex report of increased separatist activity on Coruscant. The Jedi and clones convene to decide what to do, when they are interrupted by Master Windu. The Master of the Order is trapped aboard a separatist cruiser, his attempts to rescue Palpatine proving to be futile, as he had encountered separatist forces, including a dark side user. Fortunately, the Jedi are close by, and they mount a rescue operation. The clones descend upon the Inferno, and summon fire speeders to contain the flames, whilst they rescued anybody aboard. Yoda and Obi-Wan are equally battling the flames, and at last find Windu buried beneath a lot of debris. As they are about to escape, they are obstructed by Barriss Offee and Ahsoka Tano. Barriss had been quickly broken out of prison by Sidious, and she had been trained alongside Ahsoka as replacements for Grievous. The Jedi do not want to fight them, but there is no choice. With Yoda's mastery of Ataru, Barriss's defences topple, but Ahsoka had vanished. Going down to Coruscant, the ship crumbles in front of them, and Anakin finally awakens to the sight of Yoda and Obi-Wan. The Jedi Knight immediately asks for the location of Ahsoka, and the Masters had seen her, but she was missing. Anakin orders Rex to open the hangar door, and he leads the Jedi through Republic airspace. The Separatists had managed to find the location of Coruscant thanks to Palpatine, and had set up a small blockade in front of the Jedi. Using all of his skill acquired on the dunes of Tatooine, Anakin weaved through the droid gunships and buzz droids, skidding close to the Senate shuttle bus, soon followed by Obi-Wan and Yoda. The Jedi look in horror as their temple is ablaze, and the cackles of Sidious and Dooku could be heard. Their home was dying, but Anakin was still focused on finding Ahsoka. The Jedi Knight rushed in with his lightsaber, ordering R2-D2 to search for the missing Padawan, and the astromech looked for the schematics of the temple. The droid detects a signal arriving from one of the quarters, and then used his rocket boosters to dodge the dead bodies of the Jedi. Entering the intended room, R2 discovers Ahsoka tied to a wall and cuts off the bindings with his saw. This was a mistake, as Ahsoka was still under the influence of the dark side, and she picked up her lightsabers to enter the battle. Sidious and Dooku turn to the emerging Ahsoka, and their eyes narrow in fury. Surging towards her to trap her again, Ahsoka is out of control and mistakenly attacks them, soon cast off to the side and to the feet of Anakin. The Knight was torn between saving Ahsoka and avenging her turn to the dark side, deciding to summon Jedi healers to carry her to the halls of healing. Anakin launches into an attack on Dooku, and the normally efficient technique of the Sith apprentice is now tested to its limit. Sidious watches on with glee, but turns to face the flying Yoda, and the four Force users engaged in a sparkling duel across the temple. Soon Anakin is joined by Obi-Wan, but Anakin does not need his assistance, as his dark side energy allows him to overpower Dooku. The Count of Sereno is reduced to his knees, and Obi-Wan makes a precise incision that renders the Sith apprentice unconscious. Beside him, Anakin's rage is still burning, and Obi-Wan does not stop him charging at Sidious, whose task had also been made difficult by Windu. Sidious was enraged at his plan failing, and pleaded to Anakin that the Jedi were taking over the Republic, but this fell on deaf ears. The three Jedi all deflected a circular force-lightning attack, reflecting onto Sidious, who could not manage to execute Order 66, as the lightsabers finally cut through his body. Sidious slumped onto the ground, but Anakin hurries to the healers, and finds to his relief, Ahsoka had returned to the light. Ahsoka was back. That is it for What If Ahsoka Killed General Grievous. If you enjoyed this, Please like this video, turn on that notification bell, subscribe to this channel and my other channel What If Films for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.